Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the ARB awning room for your ARB awnings. We're going to take a look at some of its features, and I'll also tell you about some tips and tricks for using this awning add-on. So why would you consider getting the add-on for your awning? Well, if you already have the awning or you're planning on getting it, this paired together with it creates a lot more possibilities for your adventure. This adds 4 walls, a roof, as well as a floor. It works well with whatever vehicle this is attached to, and you just get so much more privacy, protection from the weather, the elements, as well as a much better experience. So there's a lot of pros to getting this added to your awning, but there's also some extra steps that you're going to have to consider with these extra features. This is available in 2 sizes depending on which awning you have. If you have the larger 8-foot 2-inch by 8-foot 2-inch awning, which is what we have here, or the smaller 6-foot and 7-inch awning, there is a room to match. So here we have it attached to the slides on the front and the back of our awning, and then along the sides for the wall, these utilize tent pole clips. While I really like all the different touch points on the awning, because I think it's actually really secure to the awning, please make sure you use all the stakes and guy lines included with this room. Since there's a lot of fabric to the room, that's also a lot for the wind to catch. And on a windy day like this, you want to make sure everything is weighted down. So if you're in an area where you can utilize the included stakes, awesome. If you're in a situation like this where we have pavement, or maybe you're in a campground that has gravel or rocks, we do have options. You can hold this down with different weighted items like your power station or cooler, or you can purchase sandbags designed for tents. Those are available right here at etrailer.com. Definitely worth considering adding for your adventures. The perks of having a custom fit room for your ARB awning is that you don't lose out on any features of that awning. So here at etrailer, our ARB awnings have pre-installed light strips. So you're not losing out on that light because your room has a see-through panel. This is especially helpful once it starts getting dark, because then even though your room is enclosed, you're still able to light up that area. You can still add other lights too, but then this works very well with your current awning. Now there is some downsides though to having that roof, and that is for different weather situations. So if water does come down through the awning onto the roof, you might experience a little bit of pooling of water. Having that gap is nice because then you have that wind flow and that keeps things cool, but the downside is that water pooling. I do have a trick for that though. So the solution to water pooling is, since you have these adjustable front legs, just go ahead and drop down the front of your awning on both sides, and that way the water can just run off. Some people suggest also pushing up at the center of your roof, so that's a valid option too. This is just a very easy way to get that water flow, and then you're back to business. But what if it's a windier day and you want to keep things cool? Well, you can roll up those wall doors. They have zippers holding them in, and then you just put these tabs to keep them in the rolled position, and now you have airflow. But you also have protection from bugs and debris that might be around. The zippers have dual access, meaning you can open and close from inside or outside. You also have an overlap over the zipper on the outside, and that is to help keep this more bug-proof as well as weather-proof. Now, I do notice that the way things are sewn is they use a single stitch. So rather than double stitching, which provides more stability, and you'll see on other tents, this is going to be on the thinner side. So you do have to be careful as you use that zipper, just to make sure you're not pulling and ripping the seams. You'll have 2 of those doors each for the side walls, and something fun that I've noticed for the rear and the front walls is the rear wall can be unzipped if you need to access your vehicle or your camper, and the front wall can be tied down to work as a lean-to. So that will give you some extra shade. Plus, if it's raining outside and you're worried about getting mud into your room, this will help give you a little bit of extra protection from the rain as you take off your shoes. The floor is waterproof, which is awesome if you're in a spot that might be muddy and you want to prevent water from coming up. Plus, you do have a bit of a wall on the floor, and that helps if you have items pushed up against the wall, just to create that waterproof space. The downside to this, though, is that it does make it a little trickier to clean. So if this does accumulate sand or mud or dirt and debris, you can just hose it off with some water. You also can unzip the side walls in order to create a gap. That is probably going to be your best bet. Unzip one wall and just push all that water and debris out towards the center floor of that wall. Couple extra features is we have 2 little zip portals, and this is actually designed for your awning light wiring harness. That way, if you're plugged to your vehicle or to a power station outside, this is where that plug can go. You also have this organizer, and you can put it anywhere you want along the wall, but this hooks into the hooks on your room, and then you now have these mesh pockets for whether it's shoes or your hygiene kit or just your other tools for inside the room. Now you have pockets. Here at eTrailer, we like to go out on adventures, and if I'm going to be taking out this little camper, since the awning is already attached, I'm definitely grabbing the room as well, because when paired together, it just adds so much to your experience. You're not really compromising other than maybe the extra steps it takes to get this installed onto your awning, because you get to pick and choose on different situations. So if you want airflow, you have these great mesh walls. If you want privacy, put the walls down. If you want more shade, use the lean-to. If you don't want it, you can just roll it back up. There's a lot of those features, and you don't have to use all of them at the same time, and that's what makes this room really cool. Now, the main thing though is you do have to use it with an ARB awning to get that full experience. It's not really something you can mix and match with other awnings. You could try, but it's not going to be the same, especially with how all those features work together. So if you're also looking for an ARB awning that matches and works well, you can find the awning, the rooms, and any other add-ons you may want right here at etrailer.com. Check out our videos, our descriptions, our pictures, and you can even call us up if you need help finding the right fit for you. But right here, right now, this was a look at the ARB add-on room for your ARB awnings. My name is Evangeline, and this was etrailer.com.